Uptown Food and Beverage is a well-known local gym in Uptown Ankeny, but how many people know that the owner is a former Ankeny High School student? Dennis Gibson graduated Ankeny in 1983, then went to Iowa State University to play linebacker in football. In 1985 and 1986, he was Iowa State's Defensive MVP of the Year. During his time at Iowa State, he had 304 career tackles, which placed him in the top 20 of all time at the university. Gibson declared for the 1987 NFL Draft and played for the Detroit Lions, but was traded to the San Diego Chargers in 1994. In his last year of his career, Gibson blocked the game-winning touchdown for the Steelers in the AFC playoffs, sending the Chargers to the Super Bowl.
Incomplete, and it was Dennis Gibson on the coverage, and the San Diego Chargers flood the field.
Unfortunately for San Diego, the 49ers won 49-26. Gibson moved back to Iowa and opened up his own restaurant, originally in Johnston, Iowa, which is now known as Uptown. Today we interview him on his former career.
Okay, the most challenging part of playing in the NFL is the physical aspect of it, being able to be, to be durable enough to be able to go through a whole season with the physical punishment that the season takes out on you. For a couple hours in the afternoon, and then go back in and have some more meetings. This is basically almost like a 8 to 5 o'clock job when it came to meetings and practice time. I probably, if I could go to inspiration, I'd probably go back to who was one of the best coaches, or coaches that made an impact on me. And that would probably be Frank Hance, who was our special teams coach when I was at Detroit. I moved back here because my whole family lives here. I come from a family of 7 brothers and sisters, and at the time that I moved back after being gone for 9 years, I had bought a house here after a few years in the league because you never know how long you're going to play. So I made the decision to have a home here and spent some time here during the off season and then moved back here permanently after my career. No matter what you're doing, it really comes down to your work habits and what you're going to do in terms of being more and more productive as you move along. To be a professional athlete, you have to work extremely hard because there's a whole bunch of people who are trying to have that same job that you are. And the one thing that's guaranteed is that you'll never reach your potential unless you work extremely hard to prepare yourself for the opportunity when it arrives. Our first restaurant closed, and I learned enough about the business that knew what it took to be successful. And so I got rid of the partner and started over, and now it's 17 years later and I'm still in it.
Gibson ended up being inducted into Iowa State's Hall of Fame in 2018. He still plans to run his restaurant for the next few years.